and Thomas Among, who scored last week. He replaces Ethan Zubak in that sort of 4-1-4-1. And you'll find Partida will be the one that sits just in front of the back four, and Among will be just ahead of the four behind him. So that's roughly the shape there for Orange County.
Conversely for Tulsa, here's a look at what Mario Sanchez is cooking.
No changes to that side. They're still in that 3-4-3 lineup. Stojanovic up front with Goodrum just behind him, and Portillo. What a dangerous front three they are, with Segrist and Suahi bombing up on the flanks. And they might in fact play more with a three at the back, as they have done in the past. So you might see more of a 3-4-3 shape. Rogers, Tete, and Swahi, your three centre backs.
Underway tonight in California, Orange County taking on FC Tulsa. This is a pretty sizable patch of grass to try and cover and press. It could be a long, mile-filled night.
Especially if you've been traveling across the country.
Djeffal early, parried away by Creek, not over the line. So a corner to come for Orange County, and Djeffal trying to strike first.
Decent save by Creek, just pushes it away from danger, gets his hands behind it. Djeffal getting it on target. Remember last week against Miami FC, Orange County scoring twice from corners. No doubt FC Tulsa would have gone through that tape, and they'll want to keep it a lot tighter.
City side fiber corner. They've gone short this time around. For Bourgeois, as if to say, just how game ready are you right now?
Oh, you always test for weaknesses, don't you? When there's a young goalkeeper, you'll always take shots at goal just to see if they're ready for it. Ponce, you'll probably give him a bump or two, see if he's up for the physical battle.
And Bourgeois' been here, but it's sitting on the bench for, what, 30 minutes since warm-ups?
Exactly.
No way he could have been prepared to come into the game and into this. Dunbar. Dunbar curling. Closer it got, the more you thought maybe I could sneak inside the post, but it snaps late.
He put some serious bend on that, didn't he, at the end? Look at it there. It really is turning, but I think the goalkeeper, Michael Creek, is more than comfortable that's going wide of the goal. Just looking at Colin Shuttler, second goal against Miami. Big question marks as to how they beat him. There's a shot from way out, and he seemed to misread the ball in the air. Got two hands to it and couldn't push it out. So goalkeepers listening, do not despair. Your character will grow, even if even if it's tough on the pitch.
Sensio inside. Chattha! Well, you don't blame the former trialist for having a go. Early in this season, he's found himself having a go or two like that every game.
A bit too much space there. You know, you're 25 yards out. You've got to get closed down a little bit more quickly. And eventually he says, well, if no one's closing me down, I'll have a dip. And he wasn't that far away.
Trouble's blossoming here. Good run from Dunbar. Among. Squared, Chattha. Good spin. Djeffal! Djeffal! That is a remarkable first goal for Orange County.
That's an absolutely brilliant example of how to turn. The awareness of knowing where the defenders were. He had two defenders on him, but he knew that they were sort of trying to sneak around him to steal the ball, and he was able to take it, turn into the gap, and then what a finish from Sofiane Djeffal as well. Absolutely top class, but the awareness of the Frenchman to know exactly where the players were around him, and you can see the MLS experience from Austin FC coming through. And we were just saying earlier that they were allowing players a little bit too much space on the edge of the box. Wait for this ball to come in.
When you were at United, you were the boogeyman.
A lot of the time, but we had Liverpool side that were European champions.
Oh, epic tackle to keep that away from Stojanovic. Still on here for Tulsa. Teed up for Yosef. Trying to deke and dangle and turning. It's Ferry and blasted right at Shuttler. Scuffed a bit.
It had a moment of opportunity, didn't it, for FC Tulsa? They'll be happy with that. At least they're creating something on the edge of the Orange County box.
Was that you giving Liverpool credit? Bourgeois the touch, and halftime arrives. So it was quite the half in a number of ways. Djeffal. Sneak down to Ferry. He's got to do something with it. He's gotten it all wrong. And now he's been taken out of his boots. Curling effort, Creek. Rising up and knocking this out. This new Tulsa staff from his time in Louisville, where he began his pro career. Lofted over, Diallo's got it! Diallo! Enough from Shuttler to send it soaring over the bar.
Good save from Shutt.
Well, Zubac did the work to win that physically. Zubac hangs this up, a redirected header wide. That's Dunbar involved yet again. And he seems on the verge of a goal, and yet it's proven so elusive.
Ethan Zubac doing so well to win the header, to make the sprint, get on the end of this ball, and then whip it in. It's a lovely ball whipped in, and Cameron Dunbar just gets ahead of his defender.
Now, for those watching in Tulsa tonight,
well, some people believe that the Western Conference is tougher than the East.
I don't know this year. Bouncing ball, that will skip all the way by Shuttler.
I agree with you. I wouldn't want to make a call on that, but they are in the West, and San Antonio.
The space he vacated, Diallo happily takes. Has Segrist on the overlap. Held up by Ferry. Tio. Bourgeois. St. Clair. Portillo. That was dipping all the way, and Shuttler shuts it down.
Again, the good defense of Orange County is just keeping FC Tulsa at arm's length, 30-yard shot there. I just wonder, though, there's been only the one change for Orange County. Bryce Jamison's pace. Would it be useful now with a tiring Thomas Amang to have a quickie just sitting there ready for the counter-attack?
We see it so much in Europe, right? The quick trigger in which coaches come and go. Nate Worth gets tackled. They were just getting started with Sam Dorr. Just getting started with Blair Gavin last year. And this is a totally revitalized or a total new attempt at a restart for Tulsa. Ball bouncing all the way through. Somehow that fell. Shuttler off his line. Denies DeLu.
DeLu, if he controls that properly the first time it comes to him, he's got a chance of scoring, a very good chance of scoring the equalizer. His first touch is poor. Have a look there. It goes away from him to the touchline, and keeper Colin Shuttler does really well to shut it down. But if he controls that properly, he's got a great chance.
Corner speared away. But let's say this, Tulsa 2 years ago, they were slow. There's the wave into Partita to return. Whereas Sanchez doesn't care for the pedantic move backward. They're trying to find some tempo now. There may be just 1 minute remaining to find an equalizer. Ball whipped across, header wide!
Oh,
that
wow.
was the moment for FC Tulsa, certainly so. There's a little room to run into here for St. Clair. Spinning around, Portillo taps it outside. The service across, header down right at Shuttler. And Izzy holding the club record, wins and clean sheets.
Just wondering, Seagrass there, he couldn't get enough power on that header. Could he have headed it square? Maybe there was someone in the box waiting.
It is full time. Colin Shuttler stands alone in Orange County lore. And the best start since 2011 for OCSC continues. 4 unbeaten to start the campaign. And a gutsy win against this Tulsa side that would just never say die.